y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm ready. You ready? We ready? Let's get it.
Open up, shut it down like a Macintosh. Open up, open here.
I'll just start off with a couple of facts or details, whichever way we look at it. So my labor was natural or unmedicated. I was labor for 21 hours, starting from early labor to when he was born, and he was 8 pounds 3 ounces, 22 inches long. My giant. Let's see. He was born on April 28th, 2019, and I went into the hospital on the 27th, right? Went there that morning because while I was walking around the house tidying up around 9-10 o'clock, I was cramping, but it was actually contractions. I didn't know because I didn't have Braxton Hicks or anything like that through my whole labor, so I didn't have any type of like practice contractions, none of that. It was like, when you get it, this is it. Ain't no games, we ain't got time for games. This is, let's go, right? So, like I said, around 10 o'clock, I went to the hospital because I started having some cramping contractions, but the main reason why I went is because I was bleeding. I was walking into my bedroom and I felt liquid come out, and I like literally stopped my tracks, pulled my panties open, and it was red. I was like, babe, I'm bleeding. So he was okay when he goes to the hospital. Went to the hospital. I was still 3 centimeters dilated, and they said I was having contractions, but after walking around the hospital for an hour, nothing. I didn't have any progress. So, sorry, I'm checking baby monitor. I didn't have any progress, so they sent me back home, unfortunately. So I got sent back home. I was still having like very mild contractions, cramping, whatever. Like, it felt like normal period cramps. Like, they didn't hurt. It was just, I guess, uncomfortable. Like, oh wow, like, I mean, that was it. It was just uncomfortable. So I continued today. Kept up moving. I didn't sit down much. Whenever I did feel contractions come on, I did sit down. That's why, like, just to make sure they were real. Because I say that if you're up moving, you have contractions, and then you realize, like, if you calm down, you stop, take a break, and they stop, then it's not a contraction. Like, it's a Braxton Hicks. So I wanted to make sure I was having actual contractions. So I kept doing that all day. So I went back home, kept moving around, bouncing my exercise ball, stretching, doing squats, like all that. Just trying to make sure I stayed active, trying to get him to come down, get lower and lower. Around 9:30, close to 10 is when my contractions, like, they were contractions, like I was feeling them. And the way mine felt, they didn't feel like what all these videos and all sorts of have done tell me they would feel. It was like be a tightening in your stomach or feel like a very intense period cramp. Not for me. It wasn't like that for me. Mine was, it was a tightening in my stomach slightly, like in the very beginning of it, like the very beginning of it, and then it started moving. Like, I could feel the pain moving from, like, say, the middle of my stomach towards my back, and that was the most pressure was at. So I was having back labor and I didn't even know it. Okay, and for those who do not know, back labor, it's caused by when the baby is, of course, head down, but instead of the back of their head facing your stomach, the back of their head is facing the spine. So that bone and bone, you know, friction is what is causing all that pain, and that's why I was feeling like tight in my stomach, but then it would hit my back. Like, that's when all my pain was at. So and let a significant other know that I was having contractions. His cousin was with them, so they both came. Everything was already packed. I've been had all that taken care of for like past couple weeks. We just didn't have anything in the car yet, so load everything in the car. We didn't bring the car seat because I mean, hospital like 10-15 minutes away, so whenever the baby came, he can just go pick up the car seat and bring it. So we left that here. But as far as like his diaper bag, my hospital bag, my significant other hospital bag, we have all that taken care of, put it in the car. So while they're doing all that, I'm sitting in the car breathing, you know, everything's fine. It's not to the point where I can't bear it. I went through we went through a natural childbirthing class. It was a 6 weeks class, 1 class a week. So like I was saying, everything was packed in the car. We took a natural childbirthing class where it kind of informed us and educated us on the best ways and methods and whatnot to get through a natural childbirth. So that helped out I cannot talk, y'all. It helped out a lot. It was a 6 week process. I can't talk. It was a 6 week process. 1 class at once a week. Or I think it was a 2-3 hour class once a week. And you had like a little break, snacks, whatnot. Anyways, the nurse was really informative. She helped out a lot. We had videos to watch. There were a lot of exercises that we can use, stuff like that help you get through natural childbirth. And I keep that in mind, okay? Moving on, got in the car, everything was packed up, and my significant other, boyfriend, whichever you want to call him, he wasn't like panicking, but he was nervous, okay? Because like I said, we didn't have, like, you know how people like, they have like a practice trial, like, oh my God, I'm in labor, this is it, this is when it's happening, and you rush to the hospital just to get sent home. We didn't really have that. Like when we went earlier that day, there was no rush into the hospital. Like you kind of just like went because we wanted to make sure everything's okay. Because I mean, there was blood. I mean, I figured everything's fine because it's still moving, but we didn't have one of those. This is our first child, so he's like panicking. I'm maintaining calm because I'm going through contractions. Don't want to make anything worse. So in the midst of his panic, while I'm backing out of my driveway, he like goes like this on the gas, and I'm like, wait a second, calm down. We need to get there safely. We gotta make it to the hospital. So I need you to slow down just a little bit for me, okay, babe? All right, cool. So we get there. They check us in. I have dilated 4 centimeters. Yes, God, I was so happy because I was like, I'm not going back home. Okay, these are not like unbearable, but these are real. This is not a game. I don't care what y'all say. I know what's going on, okay? This is not a game. So yeah, they kept me there, got me checked in and whatnot. Like I said, I was at 4 centimeters, and they sent me to the labor and delivery. Got in there. I had a birth plan, so I gave that to my nurse. Her name was Kai. She was amazing, y'all. Like, I pray when I have my next child that she would still be there and help me go through this whole process over again, because she was amazing. Like, I informed her how I want a completely unmedicated birth, and meaning no epidural was our main thing. No epidural, and I do not want anyone to mention it to me while in here. If they do, they have to leave. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the father. I don't care if it's my mother. I don't care if it's a doctor. Find me another one. They gotta go, okay? Unless it's strictly what is best in order for me to deliver my baby healthy, for me to be healthy during this whole labor and process, then I don't want to hear it like that. So she understood that, supported it completely. Everything was, the motions were going, and it took them a while for them to give me IV. They have to give you one just in case they have to give you fluids or anything like that, just to already have it prepped up, and they have to put it in your hand, which I do not like at all, Like, it's really uncomfortable in your hands, and your veins in your hands are so tiny. I didn't know they had to put it there. I'm like, let me just go to my arm. And she was like, you gotta think about the fact that, you know, you're in labor, you're moving and bending your arm, stuff like that. So it made sense, but I don't like it. Okay, so that happened, and then about 30 minutes to an hour or so there, contractions were getting pretty intense, and they were in my back. Okay, so one of the things we learned in the class was counter pressure. So while I'm having back pressure, you just apply more pressure to it. Like, this is my back, you apply pressure to it. So I went from doing that for a little minute, and it was hurting, and I was like, this is uncomfortable. Another thing we learned in class was to move. Don't try to avoid laboring in bed as much as possible, which is the benefit of not being medicated, because you're not numb until you can actually move. Not I. So every single time I tried to get up, I had a contraction. So I was on my back, right? On my back, had a contraction, let it go. During break, move to side, contraction. During break, get on knees. Got on knees, contraction. During break, put feet on the floor. Put feet on the floor, another contraction. Got a break. As soon as I put my feet on the floor and tried to stand up, everything I ate that day, probably the day before, came up. Okay, I had no vomiting all 10 months of pregnancy. None. I had nausea. Like, I felt sick as a dog sometimes, but I had no vomiting. But when he comes, he want to come with a big drink. Okay, I threw up everything, and while I was throwing up, I was peeing, and whoever was behind me trying to, you know, comfort me, sure I'm okay. He almost got peed on, but he got scared because he thought my water was breaking, but it wasn't, which did not break. They had to do that for me. But yeah, he was like terrified, and I was scared, and I'm like, what is, like, it was just, I was so embarrassed because, like, I did it on the bed. Like, I was standing over the bed, and it just came. There was no stopping it, and it was a lot to deal with. Okay, it was a lot to process, and the nurses, like I said, they were amazing. They was like, it's fine, you're fine, it's okay, like, we'll just clean it up, let it just climb the bed for you, and you lay right back down. I didn't get up again through my whole labor process, because I was like, that one time taught me enough. Like, I don't, you know, I'm good. Why can't I just lay here? I'm gonna just lay here, that's what I'm gonna do. So, after that, a little after that, my mom showed up, because she was about 3 hours away or so. So I had called her on our way to the hospital, let them know that we was coming. So she got there, and contractions just kept coming. Back to back to back to back. My contractions were longer than my breaks in between. Like, say my contraction lasted a minute, my break was like a good 30 seconds, okay? And it was back to back to back, and it was back labor. This is my first labor, but I have been told that's the worst labor, is back labor. And it's just like, it was so painful. I feel like if he was faced the right way, I would have been fine. Like, I mean, it would have hurt, but it wouldn't have been, like, it wouldn't have been as intense. And I was hurting so bad. So back to what I was talking about in class, and one of the videos we watched, it was about how different women go through the motions of, you know, doing contractions and one thing. Some of them, you know, they breathe, some of them walk, some of them hum, things like that, like the normal things. Another one was, some of them tap, okay? And the tapping, one lady that's tapping, for whatever reason, that like stuck with me. So once my contractions got intense, and my boyfriend was trying to hold my hand and, you know, comfort me and stuff like that, I pushed his hand off because whatever reason, when I was having my contraction and I was breathing through, I was tapping at the same time. Like, I was going like this, tapping the whole time. And I wasn't doing it on my hand, but I was like doing it on the bar of the bed, or I was doing it on my thigh or whatever. Like, I was just tapping, and it was like, contractions coming, it's coming, it's intense, and then like go down. And that's how my tap, and I did it through the whole labor process. I don't know what, I mean, like I said, I know it came from the video, but it helped out a lot. I don't know how, but it did. Like, I think that was a big step to help me get through it. The tapping, the breathing, and my support team. My mother and my boyfriend, I can't thank them enough. Like, I don't think I would have made it if they weren't in there. Yeah, I really don't think I would have made it through an unmedicated birth.